videos of a replay linked from our Learn Dota 2. So I saw this here, and I know I just made a Storm Spirit video, but honestly, if I see anyone asking for a replay analysis on here and they're lower than my MMR, there's a good chance I'll do it. And this just happened to be a Storm game, and it's the most recent one I saw. So this guy says he's a Trent scrub, peak of 1.2k MMR, and he's down at 700 about now. He's been trying to learn new things and tried out Storm Spirit today. And gave him a shot in an unranked match, and practiced him for 10 minutes in a bot match. So he said he felt he did well, and he knows playing him off lane was bad, but I know obviously he was forced into it, and at 700 MMR that's going to happen. No one's going to cooperate about where people are laning. He also says no last hitting is atrocious and needs a lot of work. So I'll just look over this quickly, and I'm not sure. I probably won't go all the way into this. I actually tried recording another one of my own replay analysis games of Lifestealer, but like I went all the way into it, and at the end of like the 50-minute game, it was like a 3.5-hour recording or something. And I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. I might redo that again, just going over kind of the early game or just talking less. I don't know.
Oxygen-rich
Okay.
atmosphere, giant testicle monsters. We'll be fine.
Okay, that's
Let's
my mouse there. Can I hide the spectator UI? Because I really don't need it for now. I should have been doing that a while ago, but I just realized that's not a thing I need. Right here, this is not a good build at all. So Magic Wand, I mean, maybe you want that if you know what you're going up against, but Magic Stick gives the same regen stuff, and you probably want other stuff than the 2 sticks and the circlet. Like, it just pretty much anything else, some regen or something, and you can buy some of the stuff for this at the side shop. You can buy the wand, whatever. Like, it might be fine to start with some sticks and stuff. Wand's almost always good item, but you probably do want to wait till you're in lane to actually buy it. So you at least know what you're going up against. If you're against people who aren't going to be spamming abilities, like if you're laning against like a Wraith King and a Faceless Void, let's say in this game, or a Sniper, actually the Sniper might be spamming you, but Faceless Void, Wraith King, they're not going to be spamming abilities. You're probably not going to get many charges on the wand, and you could just have another thing of regen or something, some, I don't know, mangoes or something to give yourself some burst mana in case you need it to get away. Anything really. So you go for the rune there, you got a good Q off, which is good. I don't know exactly what the Sand King's doing, but it's something. Yeah, this keep walking into your Qs here, which is fine. And you ended up against the lane combo that I said, but I think going back here is not smart. I think you should just be going to lane at this point. You're not going to be able to walk back and save him, and he was probably safe anyway. But yeah, no, there's a reason you almost never see anyone go Magic Wand first item, and it's just because it's not good for starting out, especially before you know what lane you're going up against. Okay, auto-attacking the creeps straight away, massive no-no. It pushes the lane out, you just need to not be doing it at all. I think I said in some other videos, it's actually good to auto-attack your own creeps to pull the lane back. But yeah, auto-attacking the range creep is not. What does it accomplish, I guess is the question. Just ask yourself, literally what does this accomplish? It accomplishes nothing. It pushes lane closer to your tower. You're going to lose out on farm. I can almost guarantee if you continue to auto-attack like this, the next creep waves will meet probably, I don't know, up here. I don't know, I've never played with anyone who straight up auto-attacks like this. It's very likely it'll actually end up under their tower.
Well, look at the cat drugged in.
Okay, so you missed the last hit there. So I guess the theory behind that is if you're with someone else who's auto-attacking and trying to steal your last, it's auto-attacking the range group guarantees you a last hit, but that's not smart. Something you actually do kind of want to do with Storm is if you just want to farm a whole creep wave, and you probably don't want to be doing that this early, especially in a side lane, but maybe if you're mid, you want to do it to push out the lane right before you go for a rune, is you attack all the creeps a bit, get them low, and then you drop a Q in the middle of the creep wave. And that wipes them all out. That gets you all the last hits, and hopefully you can even get some damage against the enemy. Now, I'm not actually seeing you going up against anyone. Oh boy, what the fuck is this? Okay, Okay, what is this? So I think they have a jungling Nature's Prophet, a jungling Wraith King, and the Void. So I don't know what this is, but that's certainly something. But if you didn't have a lane opponents, I fully understand how you stomped this game. Let's go back to your perspective there. Missed the last hits there. Oh, I missed another there. Once again, some of those, since there's no one in the lane, you maybe could have queued. Especially if you had some mana regen. Let's fast forward it. Yep. The next creep wave met under their tower. He's gonna get this farm. You're not gonna be able to farm those. I mean, obviously you'll be able to farm them because he's gonna push back out from the tower. But you're not gonna be able to contest his farm. You're not gonna be able to harass him. But the next creep wave, actually, the next creep wave is probably gonna meet here, I'd say. So you're probably gonna have some more issues. Okay. I'm going too fast. That's fucking dumb. This is pushing out the creep wave more. It met exactly where I said it would. And it's going to push out farther again. It's going to end up under their tower again because Sand King's doing damage to the whole wave. You should have denied that creep there. You missed that last hit. A lot of this is just you guys are both unnecessarily pushing the wave, and you're probably going to miss out on. No, the next wave will meet up back under your at equilibrium point, but the one after that's going to be under their tower because Sand King's going to be pushing all of this, doing his W. That's kind of good harassing them. You got that last hit. Yeah, okay. Whatever. I know this is 700 MR, you're not going to be getting every last hit, but you should be aiming to, honestly, and you probably could have gotten all of those, even if you had to use a Q for it, it probably would have been worth it. Their lane does not look like one that can kill you until Faceless Void is at level 6. The Nature's Prophet Trees unit attacks you, but the Faceless Void can't attack you. Essentially, that's something you kind of do need to notice. What you need to think about, when can the enemies kill you? And in this lane, I would say it's once the Faceless Void hits 6, they can get a kill on you. And until then, you don't you're not under much of a threat, so you can kind of play this a bit aggressively. You don't have that much regen though. Okay, there you go. You used Lakitu lasted a bit there. You didn't do anything with that. See, that attack, what was the point of it? Essentially, yeah, because the overcharge attacks are valuable. You should be using them to get a last hit or harass an enemy hero, or preferably both. Get multiple last hits in an enemy hero, that's kind of the best situation. But even just getting one last hit, 2 last hits, or like a last hit and hitting the enemy hero, that's what you kind of want to be going for. Obviously, there'll be some situations where you're forced to use it just to get a last hit. But they are valuable, and you need to be kind of thinking more about what you're doing with them instead of just continuing to auto attack like it's not there. Also, another quick tip on Storm Spirit is you can attack an enemy and then hit Q, and the one going towards him will get the overcharge. The attack on its way to them will get the overcharge. Okay, well, they're auto-attacking just as much as you guys are, so this lane's going to stay at equilibrium, I would say. They just dropped a Sentry Ward, clearly. But anyway, if you weren't auto-attacking, the lane would be probably back here, because they'd be pushing it. It would be like, you could keep it here, and that would be very good. I mean, obviously you can't control that this guy is just sitting in the lane sandstorming, so it's going to push a bit anyway. So there isn't too much you can do about it, but it's just the general you want to keep track of. Because when you're up here, their Wraith King's jungling, and if he ever feels like it, he walks around here, he stuns. He gets a sprout maybe, he blinks into the sprout, he time walks into the sprout. You're probably dead. Yeah, I would say if that happens, if Wraith King stuns, they attack you, he sprouts, and then the Faceless Void jumps into the sprout. He's attacking. They get, what is that, 3 seconds, then like another 2 or 3 seconds. They get like 5 seconds of getting to auto attack you for free, and then you just have to walk away without, you do have boots now, but you would die, but I'd say if you're back here, that's much harder for them to do, because you'd see him coming. Well, actually, with the lane right here, you do have sight of there, but once you walk away, you don't have sight.
This should make my life easier.
Like, just having the lane one jungle exit closer to your tower is so much better.
Missing bottom.
Let me hop back into player perspective. I'm not noticing any huge mechanical flaws outside of the last thing. That's because nothing's really happened other than last inning. What was the point of that? Once again, Storm Spirit has some big mana issues, and you need to really think about how you use your mana on him. You can watch my other replay analysis of my Storm game, but I'm like, every time I cast a spell, every time I cast an R, I'm asking myself, could I have done that a bit shorter? Could I have done that more efficiently? But here you just dropped a Q on a bunch of full health creeps. You didn't hit a hero. You just pushed the wave. That's all it accomplished. It's just you need to be thinking about everything you're doing, because there has to be a reason for everything you're doing in this game. That might have been a bit of an over-exaggeration, but in general, there should be a reason for just about everything you do. Don't ever wand for nothing. Wand is very good for baiting people, and it should almost always be used for that, or in like a team fight if you just ran out of mana and you need a bit more to get a kill. But Wand's the kind of item that can either always save you or always get you a kill, because it gets people to overextend. They go too far thinking you're on real low health, and then you wand. And it takes a bit of practice to, when you're panicking, be able to figure out if you can wand or not. But like something I noticed when I went over a lot of Miracles plays is that he almost always gets a kill with wand. He'll almost always have a 15, 17 charge wand. People will go on him, he'll wand, and then he'll turn it around when he's like nearly dead. And you don't need to be that good, but like he's so good at getting it literally a split second before he dies every time to get people to overextend as far as possible. Wanding for nothing isn't worth it. You also don't have any method of mana regen. I'd almost say get a bottle. I mean, obviously if you're mid, get a bottle, but you're off lane, so it's a bit more iffy, but there are a lot of off laners who get bottles. And you do have a lane partner to soak up XP and stuff while you're not there if you do get a bottle. Yeah, you should have gone on that a bit sooner. If you did, that would have been a kill. If you got to him while he was still stunned, drop the Q, and then right-clicked him, he would be dead. I can go check his health, but free camera. Okay, so I think your Q does 140 damage. Yes. So minus the 25%, he would just from your Q, he'd probably have about 30, 40 HP left. After that, and then he's one right-click away from death. Actually, yeah, he is. Because you already got the overcharge right-click on him, so we're not counting that. He's one more right-click from death right now, essentially. I think, actually, would he have time-walked to the damage? He would have, so, you would have had to have walked right up Q, then right-clicked, again, before he time-walked, I think. I'm not sure how far back that actually brings you. I haven't played a lot recently, so I don't know exactly all this stuff for the last 2 seconds. Yeah, you would have had to have gotten the kill there. Okay, that got you a single last hit, and then you missed the next one. Because you need to be thinking a lot more about when you're attacking, essentially, especially on Storm with the overcharges.
Tower's under attack.
Okay, you're going for power treads. This build probably isn't the best. I think I win it in the Storm game that I played, but in this game, I feel I probably wouldn't. I feel this kind of game is going to go later, but I don't know. It could be an MMR thing. But I think just going Arcane Boots, then disassembling the Arcane Boots to get Bloodstone right away is good. Better than this in most games, unless there's going to be a lot of early fighting going on. In which case the power treads are... Wait, what are we going... What? Is something messed up here, or... Let me fast forward a bit. I thought you just went for power treads there, but okay, you're going Soul Ring. Guess that's... Yeah, that's fine. We'll see if you use it properly. I saw you click on power treads. That was my bad. I don't know why Nature's Prophet TP'd in when he has the teleport and he hasn't been using it, so unless he just teleported away for a gank, I wasn't really looking too well. I don't know why you're standing that far back. You could be last hitting right now. Unless you were waiting to like passively get the gold for that, there was no good reason to stand that far back. Once again, auto attacking. They're auto attacking too. Once again, so they're the ones we're actually gonna push late out because they're auto attacking a bit more. But you just need to not do that. Okay. So there's your Soul Ring and another missed last hit. And another. Okay, he's gonna time walk off all this damage, I think. Yeah. Since he wasn't low health there, I don't think it was as smart to do that. Also, let me go back here. Okay. Okay, you have to Soul Ring before you cast spells, basically every single time. Because if you Soul Ringed, that's gonna give you 150 health, 150 mana, temporarily. This costs 100 mana. That's all the mana you used. So you would be at you would have been at 200 mana. Yeah, you were at probably 207 right before you cast that Q. That would bring you up to 350. Then you'd be back down to 250. It would drop back down to 200. This would have been free for you, and it would have burned up some of his mana. But instead, you burned up 100 of your mana and 40 of his mana. So he burned up less mana than you, and he barely took damage. So you just have to Soul Ring before you do shit. As Storm, basically every time. And as I was saying earlier, this wand has not paid off at all. And that's why I think it's never good to start the game with a wand. You could have started with, like I said, some more regen, maybe a mango so you get some burst mana to get away or to get a kill. You could have grabbed a single observer ward, put it in the jungle to catch rotations on you. Because let's say 50% of your games, someone tries to gank you, and when you're in a side lane, 50% of your games, someone tries to gank you within the first 6 minutes. No one did this game, so it wouldn't have saved you, but it would save you, and I would say 65 gold is totally worth that. And there are no wards on the map at all right now, and that's 700 MMR stuff. And there's a reason why at higher MMRs people use wards. It's because people use wards tend to be at higher MMRs. Also, they sprout him for nothing. It's not going to do anything. He goes invis, but they have a sentry. You should have dropped a Q right there, actually. You probably would have gotten 2 last hits. Okay, you missed one there, but you missed both there. Okay, you're going Bloodstone right away, with no boots. That's bad. You want boots first, either Power Treads or, well, if you go Power Treads, you kind of have to get Orchid because you're going for that fighting build. Okay, let's, oops, didn't mean to cut that clipboard. Go back here. Okay, you actually got that. Okay, so right now, once again, you drop that Q. Again, this was before they cast it on you. You drop that Q to get a bunch of full health creeps. You didn't Soul Ring before it either. You're just burning mana. I mean, at least with the Soul Ring, you kind of justify burning up mana for nothing, because you're not really burning mana, but here you can. And then you just keep attacking the creeps like nothing's happening here. And I don't know what that's about. You could have Soul Ringed, Q'd, you could have been just right-clicking them without any of the Soul Ring stuff. But instead you just kind of took it as an opportunity to push the wave further, and now it's under their tower. And you can't go up and do anything to them. This tower, okay, I was about to say, the tower's about to aggro to you if you kept attacking that. And here's that Wraith King rotation I was talking about. He was going to do it eventually. You did remember to Soul Ring there, but I think everyone should be able to get away here. But I don't think you're going to get a kill. Unless they're real bad. Oh boy, they're fucking bad. Oh, if you dropped your Q a bit earlier, you would have gotten that a bit easier, but whatever. Now you are dead, I think. You needed to tangle that other tree there. Yeah, you should be dead here. Huge. What is Wraith King's mana like? Okay. If this Wraith King tread switched, if he switched to int treads, he would have this kill. 100% he would. It would give him +9 int. Right now he has about 30% of his int. Fuck. I can't read what int does. I don't know exactly how much how much mana int gives you. So I can quickly Google this. So he would have gone about 100 and he would have gone 30 extra. Yeah, so if he tread switched right here, he would have gotten this kill. I was correct in that assumption. That's what that was about. So I tread switching is important. That's something I'm still working on, but in that case, I definitely would have, with all that time, remembered I had my treads. Okay. You should be buying a teleport scroll to get back to lane. Let's see if you do. I don't know what 700 MMR stuff is, but we'll see if it involves teleports.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, okay. Don't walk to lane. Especially if you're in a farming role, 100% don't walk to lane. You should always have 2 teleports on you. That's what I always do. One to get somewhere for farming or whatever, and you should always have at least one. Always have at least one. You should buy 2 every time in your base. But you should or every time you're in base, you should make sure you're at 2. What is your player perspective right now? Okay. But you should always have bare minimum 1, and you should pop in a side shop if not. What the fuck is this? That might even be a kill for you. What the fuck?
Hello? Can anyone hear me? It's a killing spree over here.
You know. Okay, that happened. I can't believe that happened. This has to be a lot of people's first times on their heroes. Okay, so now you have your ult up from that free kill there. I think you might even have it when you went back to base. Oh, are you stacking this? That's good. That's actually good. Okay. You should now go in and farm this. Even if you have full, okay, whatever, I don't know if you're gonna do another or what, but you can farm stacks of Storm, and it's very good too. That probably would have given you like 400 gold, maybe a bit more, like 450, 500. You should ult in there, I would say, on the Nature's Prophet. Okay. Q, yeah. Okay. Every time you Q right now, every time a Q hits him, that's 220 damage. You should be going out of your way to make sure your Qs land. That means you should teleport. Okay, let me go back. Because if you watch my own Storm replay analysis, you'll see that all my Qs hit for the most part. Okay, so let's see. You go kind of in front of him. You should actually go like behind him a bit, like right here. And then Q. So either he has to run towards your Phantom Assassin, or he has to run through your Q to get away from you. That's basically, you always want to make sure that everyone, you don't use your Q just to get damage from your E. If you want to do that, you just do a tiny ult. You can click your ultimate and click on your hero portrait to do a 0 distance ult. That's the most mana efficient way to get an overcharge. So if you're using your Q for overcharge, you should be hitting the Q. Otherwise, there's literally no reason to do it. You're gonna get this kill anyway, but you're gonna be at lower mana. You had to use up another 100 mana there, essentially, to get that kill. Than if you had just done it behind him. And then you could have spent the rest of this time getting damage on the Wraith King. You also should have soul ringed, but that's... I think you've gotten that point by now. I don't think going away from there was right, but I think you can kill him. If he's going to be an idiot, he might kill him still, but I don't think you are.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. Now you're back to no mana, and that's because you weren't soul ringing. You would have gone, if you got one soul ring off there, you would have 150 more mana right now, because you would have been using up the soul ring mana for a while. So you'd be at 250 mana instead of 94, which is definitely a significant difference.
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, hopefully you push this tower. PA might just back off like an idiot, but you should have pushed this tower. She's not gonna, so you're not gonna hit the tower. This tower's about to aggro onto you. If you're attacking the tower, when the creep dies, the tower's gonna aggro onto you. I also think the Sand King's dead. In my personal analysis, the Sand King's probably dead. Maybe not. Okay, I guess not.
Under attack.
Now if you farm the stack, you'll have enough gold to. Oh, also another thing. When you're buying this point booster, you should have just bought the energy booster instead. Because the energy booster will become part of the mana boots, and you could disassemble them later. If you don't know how to do that, right-click on that item, click disassemble. It'll drop all its components at your feet. So you could have bought the mana boot. For it would have been less. I mean, also as you want to buy the point booster first on stuff like this, but in this case. The energy booster would have become mana boots. You would have had even more mana for that last fight. I kind of missed out on that because I'm not used to Storm not having mana boot. That's kind of the standard build, if not getting the point booster first. But yeah, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. The mana boot's definitely better than a point booster.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You should have soul ringed here. Okay. You should have done it before you used your mana in the first place, but whatever. Once again, you can be using those zero distance ultimates right now that I was talking about, where you ult and click on your hero portrait. You could be using those for farming, and they're probably a bit better for farming, and you can be using them while your Q is down. And it's about to spawn, so it's good that you're coming over here for it, but you don't have a bottle, so it's not going to do that much for you unless it's a regen rune. We'll see what it is. Yeah, it's just a bounty rune. That's going to give you enough to get that energy booster, which I hope you get. Do you get it? Yeah, okay, there's your fucking mana boots. You should have gotten those before. You should also immediately use the mana boots, especially since you're low on mana. You should be using them every time they're off cooldown. You're checking other people's items, that's very good. Most people don't do that. At low MMRs, even at decent MMRs, and well, I consider decent my own MMR, but I mean definitely most people consider 2K trash. I've been climbing up. I have a strategy for climbing up. I'm probably gonna make a video on it. I know everyone's not that. I probably don't have people watching my videos yet. Probably once I start posting more of these replay analysis, I'll get people watching. Back when I used to do this, people did. Okay, so you know how to disassemble, but oh boy. Are you okay? Okay, you bought teleport. Okay, that's good. But yeah, I'm probably gonna make a video on my method of climbing because it's been working for me. I have like 5 wins in a row now with it, and it seems to be working out. I'm gonna try it some more. But hopefully I should be able to hit 3 MMR soon with a bit of grinding, I guess. But what was I getting to? Yeah, checking items. Yeah, it's very good in general, and it helps a ton to do it, and it's good that it's 700 MMR you're doing it. You're probably, yeah, I was gonna say, you probably shouldn't be tanking that damage. I don't think this fight's gonna go well for you. You should have also soul ringed. You know, when I said I didn't think this fight was gonna go well for you, I was wrong. It's very hard to judge fights at this level. Okay, so you're just getting back. You used all your items there, so that's okay. You could have used them a bit better, maybe gone some of them off. Well, maybe gone the soul ring off twice if you'd done it if you'd done it a bit before the fight even. Because that mana lasts for a while, and you only need it for as long as it takes you to burn through 150 mana in the fight, and that's about a second as Storm Spirit really. An ultimate or Q burns through all that mana. So yeah, you could like do it. How long does it last for? Last 10 seconds, so you could do it 9 seconds before the fight, use it in the last one, and then when you get into the fight, if the fight goes more than 20 seconds, you get a second soul ring, so that's 300 mana. Okay. Honestly, I think that might be most of what I need to go over, and I'm not sure how long this video is, but I don't want it to be too long. I think I might end this now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this now. I think that's probably a good amount of info. A lot of creepy equilibrium stuff. How to build double. Actually, I think I'll just go through and see how you do with the Bloodstone. Because how you play once you get the Bloodstone needs to change up a lot for Storms. You're farming kind of fast, so that's good. once again, the zero distance ults help you speed up farm. I mean, now it's more expensive than a Q, but you can do them with no cooldown. So it's yeah, it's not as good for mana, but especially once your mana pool gets a bit bigger. Okay. Oh God, why? Don't do that disassemble until you have the Bloodstone. Why would this be better than those two things in a mana boot? That's just plain wrong. I don't know why even when you first got the mana boot, you were like against it. You got away from that kill there. Yeah, honestly, I do think I'll end this here. I think that's mostly important information. And I mean, right now you're going 3-1-1, and I know you stomped this game. Probably once you got the Bloodstone, but a lot of that seems to just be more they were bad at fighting. Just a lot of them were so bad in fights. Yeah, I mean that's about all there is to it. So yeah, mana efficiency, using your Soul Ring and stuff, getting the mana boots and disassembling them into the Bloodstone. Don't start with the Magic Wand. I mean, if I were going off lane with the Storm, like I said, I think I'd maybe get a Mango, because that burst mana can be really good, especially on a Storm, because you might have some survivability issues in the off lane. Maybe an Observer Ward, Tangos, a Salve, maybe even a Clarity, but probably not. I don't know, Iron Sticks to fill out the rest. I'm not even sure if that's already too much gold. I'd probably cut out the Salve if forced to cut out anything, if that. But yeah, I'm not good at the math on the items yet. Yeah, I think that's basically everything there. Yeah, just also thinking about why you're using your abilities. Your Q should always be landing. Even if it's worth like wasting 20 more mana, doing a bit farther bow lightning to make sure that your Q does damage. Because in that last fight, a bunch of Qs, or not in the last fight, in that fight I talked about, a bunch of Qs didn't do damage. Well, they did because the Wraith King walked right through them, but they didn't do damage to the Void. So you wasted time chasing the Void down. Now I'm going to actually end this. Even though it's like my 5th time saying it. I'm going to post this up on YouTube and send the link to you on the Learn Dota 2